Welcome to the Lewis Switcher Show. How you doing? I'm sicker than shit. We're gonna try to power through this episode, and I'm gonna try to gather some strength and show you some things that I've recently picked up. I may need a couple popsicles to get me through this one. But let's have some fun, guys. Huh? Chris, this segment is just for you. Oh. How's that look, buddy? Looks pretty good, huh? Alright. There we go. That's for you, buddy. Hopefully the hair looks good for you. Alright, before we officially get started with me showing you guys some of these pickups that I've gotten, like over the last month maybe, or 2 weeks. There's my finger. I always seem to put my finger in the camera. Christine, Gosh Golly Lager is their YouTube channel name. I'm once again gonna link that down below, down here in the description. They've been some of the biggest support that I've had. They're always commenting and giving a thumbs up on my videos and stuff like that, and I can't even tell them how much I appreciate it. We talk on a pretty consistent basis, and me and Chris have talked about doing a mystery box exchange, so look forward to an episode on their end and maybe on my end of us exchanging a mystery box. And another guy I want to mention who has shouted out and supported my channel on numerous occasions. His name is PMAC Movies. PMAC, thank you, buddy. You've sent over quite a few subscribers to my channel, and for those of you who came over from PMAC Movie Land, comment below and let me know that PMAC sent you. And PMAC, thanks so much, for your support. And this guy is just putting out just amazing quality stuff. I mean, entertaining. His haul videos are unbelievable. I mean, this guy's a serious hoarder. PMAC, I think you may have an addiction problem. I'm just kidding. But listen, Chris and Christine and PMAC Movies are just three great human beings, and I love that we can connect on our love of film and just stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for the constant support, and yeah. Drinking more of my Bolt House Farms strawberry banana smoothie. It certainly does make me feel full and packing my body full of necessary nutrients. But over here, I recently just pulled out some of my Halloween toys. I haven't seen them in a while. They've been kind of boxed up and pretty cool. I love out of all the horror franchises, especially the ones that made it really big, and Halloween's always been that go-to horror franchise for me. I didn't care too much for the 2 Rob Zombie films. I thought the first Rob Zombie film was okay at best, but I think for the most part, it tried to explain something that didn't need to be, I guess. To explain a character's backstory can kind of take the enigmatic mysterious, you know what I'm trying to say. I think it takes away a lot from the character to, tell the audience that he comes from a white trash family, and just all these unnecessary things. But I don't want to rant on Rob Zombie. I mean, good for him that he, got John's blessing to remake it and probably get a good paycheck out of it. But yeah, just a few of my toys. I love the Loomis figure a lot, and just even like little stuff like this little pumpkin. I got this at the 30 Years of Terror convention almost 10 years ago in Pasadena. Hopefully next year there will be another one of these being made for the 40 Years of Terror convention, which I'd love to attend. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these pickups and let me know what you guys think of some of these. Alright, in no particular order of where I got them or all those details that you may be wondering, I'm just going to kind of start pulling them from the stack, and we'll have a few words about them, and we'll see where this takes us. So the first one I'm just going to grab over here. And I don't know if you guys remember my last video, but we were at Barnes & Noble and I saw this film. And it was called Arbitrage there. And I've seen this years ago and actually really enjoyed this. I've never been a huge fan of Richard Gere or anything, but I really do like Susan Sarandon and Tim Roth. I think they're very good actors. But there's a review on here that says, a juicy, jolting financial thriller. Richard Gere is ruthlessly good. And I can definitely say that that's very true. I think Richard Gere's performance in here is pretty much Oscar worthy. It's excellent. The script is great. The acting is good. I think this was straight to DVD, actually. I could be wrong about that, though, because, Richard Gere's a pretty A-list guy, and Primal Fear is another one of his films that I think, I really enjoyed back in the 90s. I think it was... but yeah, if you guys haven't seen Arbitrage, it's pretty cool. I wanted to get this on Blu-ray, but I bought this at Disc Replay on a gift card, and I think it was like $2, and it came with like a slipcover on the DVD. So I was like, you know what, I'm good with it. I don't need a Blu-ray for everything I buy. I'm just not like a Blu-ray addict where I have to have everything on Blu-ray. Okay, next one is a Blu-ray, and this is from Scream Factory, and it is called Ghost Town. I don't know if you guys remember this one on the video shelves back in the 90s, but I definitely do. And I just don't remember it, though. And a really good friend of mine actually picked this up in Texas for me. Actually, a little bit of time ago, but I have not gotten around to watch this, and this is in my to-watch pile, and maybe gonna throw this on today, actually. It looks cool. It's got a tiny bit of water damage on the cover, but anything from Scream, I usually trust and I pick up, and definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Let me know if you guys have seen Ghost Town and what you think. Is it a good release, or I don't know, we'll see. Alright, next, Christine, here's one for you. Dolph Lundgren. You guys all know that I love Dolph, and this one is a Blu-ray copy of a film called Don't Kill It, starring Dolph Lundgren, Christina Cleave. I think she was actually in the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. Look at all these weird little ties. But yeah, anything with Dolph, I'm usually going to give the chance. And I think this was $8 or $9 with a nice slippy dippy, as P-Mac movies would say. But yeah, when an ancient demon is accidentally unleashed in the sparsely populated Mississippi town of Chicory Creek, the town's only hope of survival lies in the hands of grizzled old demon hunter Jebediah Woodley, played by Dolph Lundgren. So yeah, this could be really bad or really great. Mike Mendez was the director, and I believe he did direct another one of Dolph's films called Shark Lake. I could be wrong about that, but I actually don't think I'm wrong about that. But yes, Don't Kill It, here on Blu-ray. Let me know what you guys think about that. I won a contest through T-Money86, who is another great friend and a great YouTuber who's probably the best horror collector out there on YouTube. I mean, his stuff is unbelievable. But I won this contest that he had, a little while ago of Attack of the Puppet People. I have not checked this out yet, but I believe this is a 50s release, and this is put out by Scream Factory. John Agar stars in this film. Don't know a ton about it, but I was very curious, and I'm glad that I entered the contest, and I couldn't believe that I won. I don't really recall winning anything, like whether it be an online contest or any kind of entry. I've never won anything. So T-Money 86, thank you so much, man, for, he drew the names out of this bag, and I just happened to be the last name that he drew, and that's how his contest worked. And so I'm very grateful that I have a new Scream Factory Blu-ray to add to my library. So thanks, T-Money, I appreciate that. I've mentioned before that I have a favorite actor, and his name is Michael Shannon. So I think that throughout the course of the show, you're going to learn that I like to pretty much collect anything that he does, or at least give a great effort to check out all of his work. So I have a couple titles with Michael Shannon that I recently acquired. This one I picked up from Family Video, and I paid $5 for it, and it is called Wolves. And I did mention that I was going to be picking this up, and I know that I had mentioned that I thought he played a basketball coach, but he actually plays the son of a basketball player. But you want to know what? This was one of his films that I watched that I guess I didn't enjoy as much as I have a lot of his other features. But Wolves, it was very well made. Acting, editing, photography wasn't the issue. I just think it was maybe, I couldn't even tell you. I didn't get into it as much. It felt very real. It was like a real life drama. Maybe the struggles of, what it takes to become a talented basketball star, and the pressures of college and just all this stuff, but I couldn't get into it. But Michael Shannon's in it, so I'm going to give it a shot. Next, my brother-in-law recommended this film. He saw it on Netflix, and Michael Shannon doesn't really do too many comedies, so when I found out that he did a comedy, I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this one out. And anything that my brother-in-law will recommend, we generally have pretty similar tastes. I don't know about similar, but it's just anything that he recommends, I'm gonna take seriously. Can you have too much vitamin C? Because I drink a lot of these, and they're pretty big. There's supposed to be 6 servings in here. I drink the whole thing. Because I don't give a shit. Here we go. Next film is called Pottersville. Now, this film was absolutely fantastic. Everything from the story, the acting, the characters. What's his name? Ron Perlman shows up in this. God, it was so good. If you guys are interested in Bigfoot stories or just really silly, schlocky comedies with great acting, a great atmosphere, it's got like a very, very light Christmas feel to it. Production design on it was fantastic. It just made you feel like it was Christmas time without forcing the Christmas theme and everything down your throat. But I don't want to give too much of the film away, but it has to do a lot with Bigfoot. That's all I really want to say, but Michael Shannon's performance in this is great. I'd maybe call this and label this as maybe like a dark comedy. Really silly, but God, great stuff, man. Pottersville, definitely pick this up. I picked this up at Walmart. I think it was $11 or something like that. It's on Netflix, so if you guys don't want to pay $11 for it, go to Netflix and watch it. But Pottersville, but yeah, Michael Shannon, love the guy so much. Anything he does, I'm gonna support. Check it out. All right, here we go. We're continuing on. I'm gonna try to blaze past these next ones pretty quickly. I feel like maybe we're gonna have a super long episode, but we'll see. Next one I got for Christmas from my brother-in-law. He knows that I love Eric Roberts, so he picked me up this movie called Jesse with him and William Forsythe. Looks like a super solid B flick, straight to shelf, of course. Yeah, William Forsythe, man, he's getting so old. Look at that guy now. But yeah, Jesse, I'm gonna check this one out very, very soon. Okay. Hate Charlie Sheen. Can't stand the guy. I think he's a scumbag piece of shit. Honest opinion. But I do love extraterrestrial films and stuff about aliens and all that stuff. So Arrival 1 and 2, wanted to check this out. Like I said, I don't like Charlie Sheen, but the subject matter of the film sounds pretty interesting. So I will check this out. Let me know if you guys seen either one of the Arrival films. I'm sure it has nothing on Fire in the Sky or anything like that, but we'll check this out soon. Okay, Richard Pryor double feature. I've been on the hunt for this film called Moving of Richard Pryor's for a while, and I finally found it on this double feature with Grease Lightning and, of course, Moving. Moving stars Richard Pryor and Randy Quaid, and just really silly, a lot of fun stuff. It's super fun. I think I paid $2 for this at Disc Replay, so yeah. Thrift store find. I found this at a, there goes my hand and my fingers. Don't Tell Ma the Babysitter's Dead. How many of you guys remember this one? HBO flick from the 90s. Probably one of those films that I watched consistently over and over as a kid. You know, couldn't get enough of it. Christina Applegate, had a huge crush on her when I was younger. Keith Coogan's role in this is iconic. Dishes are done, man, and just some of the lines and quotes that you can use in this film are great. The soundtrack's incredible. I have the soundtrack, I believe, on cassette and CD. But yeah, there's just something about this film, the way they shot it. Just amazing stuff. So glad that I found this. I think I paid $1 for it. Snapback DVD. This needs a Blu-ray release. This is one that I would upgrade to Blu-ray. Okay, guys, I've been trying my hardest to power through, but I still have the flu. My fever's kind of creeping back up on me, getting a little dizzy, getting a little loopy, a little looped. But the next two titles I have are ones that I've been on the wish list for a while. One of those being out of print, that's going for like $100, $100+ on multiple sites that I researched, and I can't believe it. But anyways, first one. This one is not out of print. I think it's worth very, very little, but it stars George C. Scott, Eric Roberts, and Diane Lane, and that is called Descending Angel. I want to say this has to do with Nazis, and traveling to Grand Rapids, Michigan, Michael is introduced to Irina's father, Florian, leader of a close-knit Romanian community. I don't know, it sounds crazy. It sounds like it's super political and just a little nutty. But yeah, Descending Angel. Anybody seen it? Okay, so the last pickup, and possibly the closing segment of this episode, is a double feature from Artisan. I think I paid $14 for it, which seems incredibly high for a DVD in 2018. Hard to believe that I'm saying 2018. 2017 is gone, 2018 is here. So anyways, that double feature is Watchers and Watchers 2, starring Corey Haim. I know he's at least in the first one. I don't believe he's in the sequel. But yes, when I saw this on the shelf, I got ecstatic, because I've been wanting this for a very long time and was not willing to pay. I probably would have paid $20 for this, because it was a Corey Haim flick that I didn't have, and I love him. I love all of his work. I don't think I've seen anything that he's done that I didn't like. I grew up with the two Coreys, and speaking of the two Coreys, there is a Lifetime biopic, or however you want to say it. It is a Lifetime feature film called The Tale of the Two Coreys, which is airing tonight. Premiered in Los Angeles last night. Keith Coogan stars in the film as well. I definitely am very, very excited to see it. Hashtag I stand with Corey, absolutely. I don't want to get too politically involved with this episode and talk about child pedophilia in Hollywood and all these scandals that are happening. But I can definitely tell everybody that I support Corey's efforts to make a feature film to expose a lot of these monsters and animals in the industry. Thank you guys so much for watching the Lewis Switcher Show. That's going to conclude today's broadcast. I'm going back to bed, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for all the support. Thumbs up, comment below. Much love to everybody. See you guys. There we go. Ha 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 ha.